Alright, so here we are for round 3 with quite the doozy on the draw. We got all our colors plus some great land, so we will keep this. And this is one of the advantages of Jund over Junk that I was testing for a while. I don't know, a lot of you at home that aren't following the standard Super League, the Modern Week, I played Junk, and I really liked its Will Idol's version, but Blackleaf Cliffs is one of the best cards in the matchup. Ooh, Mox Opal, and that's just it. Like, and Lightning Bolt helps. Like, who knows what happens this matchup, but this is one of the most crucial cards in the matchup. Springleaf Drum. So no one-drop creature, or no zero-drop creature. And here, alright, so we'll be able to take out both of these. Probably wanting to get green out of our deck. We won't be able to Kolaghan's Command and Edge Champion if that resolves, so that might become an issue. But we want to get green out of our deck. Alright, so guess let's see what we draw. Don't really know how we fight this board with a Kolaghan's Command. So we can destroy and shock, but they can sacrifice one creature and make a 3/3. Destroy and shock, make a 3/3. We'll just play a Bob. And hope the last card isn't Cranial, but if it is, then at least we have an answer to that. Okay, so Mox Opal. Which I am totally fine with. We're not going to do any Kolaghan's Commanding this turn. Third Mox Opal, okay. Alright, so double tap land. Inquisition we can't use. I guess we just attack and play Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, there's not much we can do with Kolaghan's Command against this. Probably take one more hit with this, chump block with this. Next turn we're going to have to hold up Kolaghan's Command for sure. This turn we hope our opponent bricks. That is just not a brick. That is the worst possible scenario. Alright, well, they give us the option to chomp, which I am totally fine with. Okay, well, this is actually going to get us out of this position. So we can destroy shock. And if our opponent doesn't draw a creature, we're golden. In actuality, we can destroy and discard. Chomp. Lily? Yeah, I like that actually. Draw during draw phase. Target play discards a card, destroy target artifact. This will just get humped by the Arcbound, but we'll be able to Lily destroy this and have Abrupt Decay, and just play Liliana Edict Tarmogoyf, and hope our opponent doesn't play a land. Ink Moth or Blink Moth. Alright, what's our opponent thinking about right now? Alright, I can just F6 through this. Alright, attack, we have to block. And let's just sacrifice this creature, play another Bob, then we'll be able to fetch for a Shockland. Nope. Alright, another Cranial. Now we just hope to race our Bob, but that should be fine. Because we can always kill it. Alright, that is the worst case scenario. So we have to just kill one of the cranial platings. Now Kolaghan's is perfect. That's just the actual perfect card. But we drew an Abrupt Decay, so that's even better. Kind of feel like just attacking and edicting our Bob after damage, so we don't die to a 3-drop. Since we have Abrupt Decay and Kolaghan's Command in our hand. Perfect. Just keep drawing all the bests. And now our opponent has to kill us next turn because we have Shock in hand. Destroy target artifact, 2 damage. So we'll just destroy Mox Opal and 2 damage. And our opponent can't even Galvanic Blast us because of our Terminate. Alright, so cards that come in: Knight's Soul's Betrayals, Ancient Grudge, Shatterstorm, Gregoric Charm, Jund Charm. Cards that suck. Fulminator Mage. I don't like Thoughtseize too much, and I don't like every Bob. I like having 3 Bobs, but we're bringing in Knight's Soul's Betrayal. Chandra can still pick off creatures. We pretty much just want to kill everything. Just kill all the things, and I don't like having too much hand disruption because the games do go long, and even though a turn 1 hand disruption spell is great, what ends up happening is you just draw too much in the late game. So having it is fine, but I kind of like this configuration. I guess we can probably take out 1 Bob and just leave in a Thoughtseize, because Bob is not that great in this matchup. It's probably worth taking all of them out, to be honest, but I don't like anything else for the matchup. Alright, submit. Sometimes a Bob can just be great. Like this hand. This hand just loves Dark Confidant. I mean, we definitely want other things, but this is good enough to start off with. Just be able to have a painless Dark Confidant, or a Tarmogoyf on turn 2 into Confidant. And I led here because our mana base can actually just let us fetch for the first 2 without taking any damage, and we want to bolt something on turn 1, like a Spellskite. Alright. Tarmogoyf or Bob? Probably Bob. We want to start trying to draw our big spells like our Knights of Soul's Betrayals or our Shatterstorms. We want to get closer and closer to them. That's going to be a turn too late, which sucks. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for a better card. We are going to have to shock, double shock actually, but that's great. Jeez. Or I guess we don't have to. We can grudge instead of bolt. And this can get a black. I'd rather keep the grudge in the graveyard. So yeah, we're going to take 3 here. Lightning bolt that. Attack with that since we can't block. Next turn we're going to lose this. But our Knight's Soul Trail KOs. And that's like a perfect combo too, because like we don't want to like bleed out. And this like KOs so much of our opponent's deck. Alright, that's good. That somewhat changes things. Somewhat, actually. It doesn't really do much. Alright, we still just do this, and our opponents can... Alright, so if we go to 8, our opponent can, like, 3 us. Yeah, that's whatever. We should be able to live through this. especially with Kolaghan's Command and Ancient Grudge. If we untap, we win, but it's not a guaranteed untap. We can even like kill the Arcbound Ravager with a Lightning Bolt and Edict and Etch Champion. But we should untap. 4/4. Cranial is 6. Yeah. Opponent could put 3 counters on an Ink Moth and then hit us for 5 with it, but we have Ancient Grudge and Kolaghan's Command, and our opponent knows about both. So, or no, it'd only be 4 because of the Knights of Soul's Betrayal. Alright, so our opponent is just thinking a lot about this play. I mean, it's going to be difficult for him to come back. Alright, decides to activate a Blink Moth. And just probably going to eat these and have a 4/4 Ravager. Or 4/4 Blink Moth. Yeah, just going to take the Blink Moth. Now this allows him to just keep the card in play and try to position well with it. Like right now, just get in for 3, but then or 4 because of the other Blink Moth, and it leaves me without being able to cast much. Alright, so we're at 4. Now we just play this waiting game where we just keep up both of our spells. Like we're not in any rush. Our opponent lost a Glimmer Void. We could have played a Tarmogoyf, but I don't just want Grudge to be our only thing. Cranial Plating comes down. We could Kolaghan's Command that, since Lightning Bolt protects against this, just the same as Grudge. So we probably could have just played our Tarmogoyf, but let's just target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. It's probably a dead card in hand, but just making sure. It was a Signal Pest. Alright, we can play our Goyf safely. Abrupt Decay doesn't do much. But we'll get a Lily into play. Just discard this Bob since it's useless. Don't know what our opponent's looking for that wins the game though. I don't want to just leave one thing up. We can force a chump block next turn, or an activation at least. And here, actually, a tick up on Maelstrom Pulse, and then if our opponent doesn't block, we deal 5 by killing our own Liliana. And that will be lethal. Sweet. Got to 2-0 affinity. This deck is actually pretty good. Could have played the Goy for turn earlier. I played a little too safe there. Alright. No, we are pass blockers. Alright, let's hope we can win the last round and win 11 packs.